Welcome to Learning with Prosper. In this video, we're going to be learning about a nice fun topic, which is plant cells and animal cells. Without wasting time, let's get into the video. Now, before we get into like this, there's big words, big words. Let's get into this simple definitions, keywords, which is a cell. A cell is a small unit that makes up life. So a cell is found only in living things. It's found in animal cell and plant cells, was are living things, but there's no coin cell, there's no metal cell, no. Only found in living things. Okay, so what are organelles? Organelles simply means small organs. So they have different functions, different roles to play. Just like us, our heart has different functions. It pumps blood, lungs help us to breathe. All of these organs inside us have different functions. So as here, the ribosomes, the cytoplasm, the nucleus, all these things are the organelles, the organs of the cell, but they're called organelles. Don't call it the organ, guys. They're called organelles. So there's a ribosome, endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondrion, cell membrane, lysosome, nuclear membrane, nucleus, nucleolus, cytoplasm, Golgi apparatus, and prallus, a cytoplasm. So this ones, I think, they're enough for now for beginner's level. So yeah, what is an organelle? An organelle is a small structure inside a cell with a specific job, like parts of a factory, as I explained, but this is another definition. Plant cell and animal cells have similar organelles. Just like me, a human being, and a dog. We are different, but we have the same organs. I have a heart here, the dog has a heart. Organelles are the same. So let's get the cell membrane. Cell membrane protects the cell and controls what enters and exits. So the cell membrane is like the door. It protects the virus from entering into the cell and all that. The plant one, it has a cell wall and a cell membrane. So the cell membrane is still the same purpose. It protects cells, protect the cell and controls what enters and exits. So the definition, it applies both on animal cell and plant cell. All this definition applies. Now you have a cytoplasm. Now cytoplasm is a jelly-like substance where organelles float and chemical reactions are called. So you see this orange thing and also this green thing. Organelles, they float there, they're not chilling there. It's where they are, and also chemical reaction are caused. Chemical reaction is when two substances, when they mix together, they create something new. It's like it's a Coke and Mentos. When you put Coke in Mentos, it turns into, it makes a new substance, it makes foam. Now the nucleus is quite interesting. The nucleus is the mind. In the cell, the nucleus is the mind. There's a nucleus here, there's a nucleus here. So when the nucleus has a nucleus, the nucleosis, but the nucleus is the control center of the cell, storing DNA and directing activities. So that I say is like the mind. The mind is the one that tells our body parts what to do. Also in the nucleus is the one that cell directions, like for the ribosome to produce protein, and also the DNA, stores the DNA. So final fact, 50%, the DNA is like our identity. So 50% of our DNA comes from our father, 50% of our DNA comes from our mother, and then which makes us. In the nucleus, there's a nucleosis, and the nucleosis is the one that produces ribosomes. Just know that in the nucleus, there's a nucleosis. See the circle thing? This whole thing is a nucleus, this whole blue thing, including the red thing, but inside there's a nucleosis which produces the ribosome. The mitochondria is the one that produces energy. It generates the energy for that the things can be able to work. It's like it's the one that is the electricity. It's the one that produces electricity for my laptop to run or for this phone to run. I'm giving you an example. So yeah, that's the mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell generating energy for circular devices. It generates the energy for things to be able to happen. So the ribosomes are tiny structures that make protein for the cell. So this one, it creates protein, the ribosomes. You see, here's a black dot. It's found, the ribosomes is found in the rough endoplasmic reticulum. The definition is straightforward. It makes protein. Ribosomes makes protein. Straightforward for the cell. Endoplasmic reticulum. It transports material, smooth ER, mixed fats, rough ER helps with proteins. The Golgi apparatus, when the endoplasmic reticulum transported those materials, those proteins, those fats, it packages and ships the proteins. It packages the proteins and ships and the other materials, those fats, to different parts of the cell. It's like food. Food gets transported inside our body, and then inside our body, there's something that packages that food. turn that food into energy, some into waste, some into fats. So that's what this thing does here. It packages the proteins, ships it. So the ribosome produces the protein and the rough endoplasmic reticulum helps it. And then from here, it packages nicely so that it ships it. Now the baculia, it stores water, nutrients or waste, large in plant cells and small in animal cells. So in plant cells, it's large, small here, and it's large here. She takes most of the space here, just small in the animal cell. So the lysosomes, they break down waste and unwanted materials. So let's say, for example, there's a virus here. Virus is a waste in a cell. The lysosome is the one that breaks that waste, that virus, breaks it down so that it kills basically. And it breaks down injured organelles, also viruses. Yeah, organelles that can be found in plant cells only. These are only found in plant cells. So number one is a chloroplast. Chloroplast, if you did photosynthesis, it might sound similar to chlorophyll. Inside a plant, there's plant cells, tiny thing that makes up a plant. You can find the chloroplast, which helps make food through photosynthesis. Cell wall is the outer layer in plant cell for support and protection. Plant cell has a cell wall and also a cell membrane, and animal cell does not have a cell wall. The animal cell, they have centrolysis. It helps with cell division in animal cells. It's the one that reproduces, the one that helps with reproduction, cell division. So that's basically in simple. Don't forget, it's a simple lesson about plant cells and animal cells. All that function, the vacuum stores water, nutrients. The ribosome, don't forget, it produces, it makes the protein. The rough endoplasmic, it helps with the protein. All that. The mitochondria is the one that is the energy source that produces energy, so that the organelles can do their things. Cell membrane, it allows things to come out and to come in. Lysosome is the one that breaks down, kills the virus, any injured. Nuclear membrane and cell membrane is like the same purpose, but for the nucleus, it allows things to come out and come in the nucleus. Nuclear is like the brain of the cell that gives activities for what the organelles must do. And all of that. The nucleosis is the one that produces the ribosomes. Then the ribosomes would. So yes, the cytoplasm is this jelly-like liquid. That chemical reaction happen in there, and also where the organelles float and just chill. The goggles where the proteins gives it to other organelles. So if you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And yeah, thanks for watching.